Morning, kiddos. Got a fun day planned. We're going to do some more burning. The excavator has a plugged fuel filter, a restricted fuel filter, so I'm gonna need to replace that and get some more trees. Hoping to clear up kind of the front part of the property, and oh, I got a neighbor's got a root rake. I'm gonna need it. Got a lot of roots to get picked up and piles to get nice and stuff. So gonna put that on skid steer and basically go over this whole thing and just clean it up real nice. So that'll be to come. But today I got some boxes and sticks, and I'm gonna try and get a couple more fires going. There's a big pile over here that's gonna burn up real nice, but I want to wait until I get this oak tree down and on top of it to burn that one, because it's gonna need to burn hot and long. So I'm gonna save that one, but all the other piles are fair game today. So that's the plan. Alright, I decided I'd pull the truck a little bit out of the way in case these things decide to take off. But you saw I got some boxes and put a little bit of go juice on there, try and get things rolling. Common wisdom is to put tires on the fire so it burns hotter, but I don't know, I just can't get around trying to burn tires. I don't want to get into that, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. We'll try our best to just do it old school. And looks like this one's taking off pretty good. That one should be self-sufficient at this point. I'm gonna give this another minute or two to make sure some bigger stuff catches, but it definitely looks like it's going to be fine. And it's stacked nice and tight in there. Not so high, this one. Kind of meant to take the excavator and clean up these piles and stack them up a little higher so they burn better. But didn't get around to that. But there'll be plenty of stacking and burning to come. On to the next. All right. This is kind of two piles in one. Like I said, I like to get them stacked. I don't think that's going to happen. Cool guys walk away from explosions. All right, enough fun. Time to see if I get the excavator going or getting the skid steer. Something gotta be productive. So here we go. All right. I don't know why my camera's all crooked. Huh. Note to self: don't leave your lighter on the ground next to where you're starting a fire. Because A, you have to go back and get it, and B, I'm not sure if it's going to survive. Alright, where are you? Guess I could go back and watch the video, but I don't see it. Where did I remember putting it on the ground because the tip was so hot. Well, and I was probably standing about here. I don't have another lighter, so I do have my torch. I got one more fire to get going, so I could always steal a flame from there, walk over to the pile and get her done. I think that's probably what I'll do, because I don't see this thing. All right. Yep. This MAP gas burns hotter than propane. I'm not sure what the actual numbers are on it, but they, at least when I bought a bunch of bottles, they were about the same price, so I figured why not get the hotter burning one, even though I don't have a particular application for it or anything. Alright, that should be good. This pine should burn pretty good too. That's the last fire. I don't know if that one's gonna go or not. Not too optimistic. Guess that's why folks use tires and a whole lot of diesel fuel. So anyway, back to it. Handy tip, pun intended. Dirty, got, you know, fuel oil on my hands. What I've always done is find a little bit of dirt, loose dirt, and you just rub it in between your hands, and it soaks up all that fuel oil, and you just got dirty hands. And then when I rented this excavator, these were in the back, and they are the cat's meow, the bee's knees. I don't know what other 30s expression I can throw at you, but they are something else. They get every, my watch is donezo, every speck of dirt and scrub good. I like these a lot. It's kind of a grimy feel, but that's good because it's getting all that dirt and oil off of there. Voila, time to eat lunch. All right, this is my first how-to video, and I'd take this with a grain of salt, and because I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. But John Deere 210G primary fuel filter change is what we're after. So there's the guy there that we're going to change. Normally you do both of these at the same time from what I've gathered, but I don't have one of these. So I'm gonna order one of these. I'm gonna replace this, and then I'll come back tomorrow and replace this one. But today will be about getting that monster off. I couldn't really find much online on how to do this, but they have this handy little graphic here. I don't know how well you can make that out, but I assume that's take the hose from the tank off, and I'll elevate it up and hopefully not take a bath, and then you drain it, and then you unscrew both the drain, I don't know if you can see in there, the drain and this guy. Get those off, and then you take your clear bottom off. Then you put a little fuel oil on the gasket, put the new one on, and then screw on the bottom part, the clear part. A little bit of oil on the top seal, and not diesel fuel. Okay, so I guess I'll use, I'm sure there's some special type, but I don't have it, so I guess I'll use hydraulic oil. And screw it on after you get it all assembled. Put the things back on, open that up, pump the pump, and then, well, that's weird. Why would you? This one doesn't make sense to me. I don't see that. Here, I'm gonna get you guys a little better angle. Alright, this is actually the final fuel filter, and I had to do something that pains me greatly, and I'm lucky that this was in here. And I had to get this manual. Look how clean that is. Nobody's ever used that except for me, and it's for something as simple as replacing the fuel filter. This doesn't say anything about that. Now, this just makes it sound like you just go ahead and take it off. Oh, and it does say only lubricate filter seal with diesel fuel before installing. I guess that means gasoline. I don't know. Like, I would assume that means diesel, but whatever. So remove the clean mounting base. Do not pre-fill the filters. Install the new final filter into mounting base. Rotate, hand, tighten, quarter turn. Primary fuel system, bleed air. There is, I can't really see it, but you guys might be able to. There's a nut up there that I would assume is what they're talking about. So I'm gonna, I guess, undo that nut and follow the filter instructions as opposed to the book instructions, and we'll see where we get here. So let me, where can I mount you that you won't be in the way here? We'll start there and move you if we have to. I need to get a shorter extension. And this thing is okay. Let's get some fuel coming out. I imagine it's just not making sense to me. Like, this is coming in from the diesel tank, so I would think, I'm gonna do it my way. I'm just tightening this hand tight here. And so if I take this off with the 3/16 wrench, I just don't want to lose my whole fuel tank. There's some aha thing that I'm not getting here. My gut tells me to take off this inlet, raise it up higher than the tank, and then it won't be feeding any fuel into there. Do love the smell of diesel fuel. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, alright, let's do something different here. That's not working. Well, maybe it is, because nothing coming out of that hole anymore. Let's let that run for a second. I don't know what you guys think, but I'd say that'd be more than a filter amount. Alright, let's reset here. Alright, so I got that off. I put it in my handy dandy holder here. And then I opened the drain valve, but I haven't quite got to step 2 yet because there's still fuel coming out, and I feel like I need to go ahead and take off that darn input hose, and that's what I'm gonna do. Even though nothing says to do it, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's still coming out of that little weep hole with the little nut. (13/16) wrench. Had this loosened a second ago, but there we go. Okay, that plan would work, except for it's bolted in down there, so I can't get it off. Imagine if there's like a fuel shutoff that you could do that. Let me tighten that up good. Trying to follow that back. Boy, I don't want to lose all that diesel fuel, but I guess that's what we're doing. I don't just do like a quick swap and get my hands washed up and see what we got here. Alright, we are just gonna send it, I think, is the story of this. Moral of the story of this. So be prepared to be entertained. Okay, got that out. Go ahead and let's see, that's gonna go this way. So that would be yeah, that's the right way. Man. Right? I don't know. I'm tightening it. Other way, Charles. Why do I feel like... Alright, scratch this one. Alright. I got a proper filter wrench. This thing's a beast. Got my filter ready. I am going to follow the instructions to the best of my ability, and we shall see. So let's get you guys hooked up here. Really not quite. I think that other angle is pretty good. It's just a matter of if you guys can see in the dark there. There's gonna be people watching this and just laughing because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, get that out. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to get this chain untangled. Boy, I don't know if this is going to fit in there. This is a bear cat. Oh, come on. There we go. Just need to bust this loose. That's the right way. This is not going to work. I don't think. Nope. Okay. Looks like that's hand tight now. There's hand loose, I guess. What I meant to say. Alright, get that out. Now I need to get this plastic part off. Alright, whoever put that on needs to be shot because it was so tight. I could not even begin to. I needed channel locks and everything else. Open. Make sure this O-ring's sitting in there good. Why is this not threading in? Is it this O-ring? Oh, there's probably an O-ring up there, isn't there? No? Yes. That's exactly what it was. Going to very gently tighten this a hair more. Okay. That's good. I'll wait for that fuel to start coming out the top. So I'm sure that's why that take that rig out there. Okay, so changing the fuel filter on a Deere 210G. Here's a summary. There's a little bleeder nut up top that the filter says to undo, but you don't really have to undo that. if you just get your new filter ready. You'll have a couple O-rings with it, this size, and then take this off, take the filter off, take this off, which was on there gorilla tight, like I could not even get it off of the old one. Put the O-ring on, put the clear part in, screw it into here, and then make sure your O-ring, your old O-ring isn't in there, and your new O-ring is seated properly on the fuel filter. And now I'm letting, you can see there's some fuel coming out, and that bleeder valve is still, that bleeder nut's still there. So I'll tighten that back down, make sure there's no leaks, and should be good to go. So that was way more complicated than I needed. This thing was just absolutely glued on there, but we got her. So let's